Yeah.
for you last 2 years. I mean, how much easier, or maybe not easier, but how much does that make that better for you?
It feels good, knowing that just the foundation that we have here that we set this season and last off season, and just knowing that I'm going to be in the same system and all those things moving forward. I mean, I'm really excited to have that experience and just have all this tape to learn from, and so many things that as many things that we did good this year. There's a lot of things that we can do better, and just the improvements that we can make, and that's really exciting moving forward. I'm not going to have to learn a new offense, and just to have that stability, it's really exciting for myself, for all of our guys on offense, and it's really exciting.
Trevor, for a guy who won all his life, and then you had last year, what was it like to kind of have that winning feeling again and to taste it again?
It was great. I think it's just a testament to this team and the belief and the mindset that we've built here. And it wasn't easy. We went through some rough patches this season, and I think it just is a testament to the amount of work that everybody put in, the belief that we had until the very end. So it's really cool to be a part of that, and to have that be part of your culture moving forward. I think that speaks volumes to who we're going to be, and we were battle tested, and the same thing going into next year. We'll have that confidence and that belief, and I'm just excited to build on that.
You have key pieces that are free agents, Jawan, Evan. Will you use your voice at all to do your best to try to bring them back?
100%. I mean, there's conversations obviously that need to be had, and I think you look at what we did this season, and it's about the people that we have, not just the people on the field or the players on the field, but the people too. And I think you look at those two guys and many other guys on our team, and just really what they brought to this team, besides just being great players. The people they were, the hard work, all the things that people don't see always. There's a lot of things that go into that, and you want to keep guys like that really have set the standard for, like I said, for your organization, and have been a part of what you're building here. And I think, moving forward, that's definitely things that you have to look at, and guys you want to have.
You mentioned stability in the offense earlier. How much does it help that you have some stability at receiver going into the offseason this year? There was a lot of new guys that you were kind of getting used to start this year. You'll have Christian back. You'll have Zay back, that kind of thing.
It's exciting just to look at what we did in year one, and obviously the first year playing together, and learning a new system for all of us, and just all the moving parts. And you see, I don't think we even really clicked fully until probably halfway through the season. So just to look at that, and the amount of growth that we had in 1 year, just the jump that we'll be able to make from year 1 to 2 is really exciting. And obviously it's going to take a lot of work, and it's the same thing that we did last year to prepare ourselves for this year. We gotta do that in the off season, and get together, and we will. And after we take a little bit of time and really rest to get our minds right and get ready to make a run, But it's exciting knowing that we're gonna have those guys back, plus some others, and just what we can build here.
You feel like there's a jump for you personally too?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think you look at what we did this season, and I can speak kind of for the whole offense. We didn't really hit our stride until later in the season, and there's a lot more out there for us. And even this past week we left a lot on the table. So there's a lot of things that we can do better, that I can do better. I know that I still for sure have my best football in front of me. So it's going to be – that's the exciting thing is all the things that we accomplished and how much we left on the table. If you look at, whether it's the one-score losses that we had early in the season, or some of the offensive performances that we had that weren't to our standard throughout the year, and you clean up some of those and play better week in and week out, play more consistently, and there's a lot more for us.
Trevor, at what point do you reach out to Calvin Ridley and maybe start that relationship and that camaraderie?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about that particularly. Just kind of still soaking in the season and the game and reflecting on all that. But I've talked to him obviously when we picked him up a few months ago, but beyond that, of when we'll actually meet and start working out and all that stuff, I'm not sure what that looks like. Obviously really excited that he's going to be a part of this team, this offense moving forward, and that's exciting just to add to the talent and the guys that we already have. So I'm sure that'll happen in the near future, and we'll work that out. But right now, you're kind of just soaking in this season, and it's a long year. We went through a lot, and just trying to kind of take it all in and learn from it, and move forward.
Do you feel like you have now got enough time invested here where you feel comfortable nudging Doug, nudging Trent about keeping certain guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's, as much as obviously, to answer, I'm trying to think of, how to say this. Obviously there's guys I think that you want here, and part of what we did this year, huge part of that is the people that we had and the mindset that we built, and just the tight-knit group that we had. I mean, that's what it's about. You got to have guys that know each other, that have played together, that are on the same page, and we built that. So you want to do everything you can to keep all the guys you can, and the foundation that you have. That's a big part of those guys being here. So there's a lot of things that go into that decisions that I don't make, and that everything that's done is for what's best for the organization, and I understand that. So there's a lot of things that go into it, obviously, but as far as I'm concerned, you got to keep your guys that help get you here.
Some of those guys have been saying already today that what was built in this locker room and the culture that was built is something that they would like to have back, and in some instances might even be willing to sacrifice some things to be able to be back here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak on that. It's not my decision to make. What they decide to do for their future, what ultimately the team decides to do. Obviously my opinion will be voiced, and those are private conversations. And but yeah, I mean, I'm excited just to have those guys back, hopefully, and all the guys that we can get back, because I think it's cool. We have a lot of guys that have been different places and have experienced different cultures and seasons, and maybe not so good seasons and cultures, and I think we all know what it feels like now to be part of something special and moving forward, and something that we can build on, and I think we all see the trajectory of where this organization's headed, and I know I, for one, am super excited to be a part of it, and I think a lot of guys are. So,
has this coaching staff taught you anything about how to approach the off-season maybe differently than you did a year ago?
I mean, the off-season the staff really wasn't in place at this point last year, so it's a little bit different timing-wise of just going into this time off, and then when you start kind of preparing and working out and getting back in shape and all that stuff for the off-season program. I mean, that wasn't really there last year, because I think it was later in February when everything kind of got put together. So on that front, not necessarily, but just I'm excited that we have a good plan moving forward, and I'm going to talk with the coaches, this week and weeks moving forward of just, obviously, like I said, we're going to take some time, but then when we do get back together, things that I want to work on, things that I'll be thinking about. Like I said, we got a whole season of tape to watch, and there's already thoughts that and conversations that we've had during the season of things that we might want to change or, implement this next off season. So we'll have a lot of stuff that we'll be able to do, and that'll be the cool part, is building on what we have, because now we have a full year of tape and experience to learn from.
Are you healthy overall?
I feel pretty good. As far as playing 19 games, I can't really complain. Obviously a little sore from the game, but nothing serious. So, give my body some time to rest, and I'll be good in a few weeks.
Do you not touch a football for a couple of weeks, Trevor? Do you not touch a football? Do you go near a football field? Do you get back in the gym right away, or do you take a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I have to talk to my trainer here, and we're going to figure out the plan. Obviously, when you're in the postseason, everything's kind of on pause. You're planning like you're going to be in the Super Bowl, and then it comes to such a sudden stop. Then you kind of got to make your plan. But so I don't know exactly how long I'm going to take off. I'll probably start working out in a few weeks. I don't know about throwing. That might be a month or so. Just take a break, give my arm a rest. But as far as staying in shape, I'll take a couple weeks of really not doing anything and just let my body rest and just being a normal human for a couple weeks, and then get back to working out and getting back in shape and really preparing myself for next year.
Playing the elite team like you guys did at Kansas City and going toe-to-toe with them and missing some opportunities, I mean, does it show you guys that you're there, like with some development and whatever else, you're there to be able to be a contender?
Yeah, it's hard to – yeah, it's frustrating when you think about the game, and we're there, and even with that, people want to talk about the future, and it's frustrating because we still had everything we needed and every opportunity to win that game. So, but we didn't. We didn't get it done, and that's what kind of eats at you a little bit. But we'll let that fuel us for next year, and you remember that feeling and you use it moving forward. But yeah, I mean, we're there, and just to think about, like I said, the experience and all the work that we'll have this offseason moving forward, and we're just going to get better and better. And those are the teams you got to beat. If you want to get to where we want to go, you're going to have to go through all those teams. And you look at Cincinnati and Kansas City and Buffalo, and there's going to be other great teams next year too. And those are the teams you got to beat that are going to be good moving forward. And so, yeah, it's that's where we want to be. You know, that's the standard. Is, you know, Kansas City. I think they're in their 5th straight AFC championship, and that's where you want to be.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Are we doing some sort of trophy for the ping pong champion?
We should for CJ. We talked about making him a plaque or something, but you know, hopefully my guy CJ's back too, so we'll have a lot more ping pong to play moving forward.